Good day everyone. My name is Olaide Inamo, and today we'll be having a walkthrough on how to prepare container invoice using the SageEBS application. As we have on our home screen here, this is the home page of the SageEBS application. All we have to do is to log in as a user by clicking on this icon in the bottom right corner. Click on this. It brings you to this interface which shows all the functionalities on the SageEBS application. So for the purpose of this video, we are discussing about how to create terminal invoice for container. So which is right here. We have to click. After clicking, the application itself to load, and it brings us to this interface. For this interface, if the need be, we might have to create a custom exit note for that particular BL that we shall be preparing an invoice for. So for the purpose of this tutorial, we won't be creating exit notes, and this is simply because there is a video on our YouTube channel that talks extensively on how to create custom exit notes. So let's go ahead with this. So we have two methods. We can either scan for invoice, or we enter bill of lading to search. For the purpose of this tutorial, we shall be entering bill of lading to search. So click on this. Then it brings this option, which is to enter bill of lading number. So let's pick from the drop down that is available to us. Let's go with this particular Irene Rainbow 004M. Click on this. Immediately you click on this, it brings these other options. And what these other options simply means is it simply tells us about the concerning name and address, the notified name and address too. So all you have to do is check for the agent name or agent ID number. So when you click on the particular agent name that is associated with this bill of lading, let's go with this. Then to check for this concerning registration, so to check for all these details and see if they have been registered in the SageEBS application. So it will give you a pop-up when you check that concerning registration okay, meaning the consignee has already been registered. So you click on OK. So it will tell you which particular, it will ask you which particular invoice are you trying to prepare, and by that it will request that do you want custom examination or you want it fast tracked. So let's click on custom examination. Actually, if you click on either of the two, it's still the same option. So let's just go with custom examination. Then it will tell you to rate up to date. So you just put the appropriate date. Allow the system to load. Then to ask you to check for charges accuracy. So these are the charges associated with this particular bill of lading. So you have the terminal handling charge, delivery charge, then the VEP tally charge, documentation charge, and every other charges therewith. So you can actually click each of them, or you just process invoice. So the options that will be available after you click on process invoices: do you want to print the analysis of the storage charge? Click yes. And do you want to finalize invoice for printing? Meaning, do you want to print the invoice after you finalize everything on this interface? You click yes. Then you print. Then you click save and proceed /print. it will pop up with this. This is simply what we have on the interface, is simply a version of the invoice that can be saved as a PDF file for reference purpose. So as we have it here, you can just save this as a PDF file for reference purpose. But everything that is on this PDF shall be discussed after saving it. So let me just save it. So it will ask us how we want to save it. You can just save it with the name of the vessel and the every other details that you want to save it with. So after you save it, you can use it. You can call on it anytime you need it. You can use it for any reference purpose. So once again, here on this screen, as we have it here, is the storage analysis charge, which we shall be discussing after we discuss everything about the invoice. So as we have it here, this is the invoice. Let me enlarge it for better visuals. This is the invoice. So it carries the logo, the name of the company, and the address. Carries the portal too, customer portal. So this particular invoice contains, this is the customer name, this is the customer address, the notified party, and we also have the customer's agent details, which is Nightingale Logistics Limited. So on this invoice, we have the date also. So right on this invoice, we have the invoice number. This particular FSL invoice 2020 000 is the invoice number. So this will be needed when you are raising additional invoice. There's a need for you to raise an additional invoice. This number will be used to raise an additional invoice for this particular invoice. So we have the invoice date, the birth date, the bill commencement date, that is when charges as it relates to this particular BL will start. And we have the rated up to date also. Then the vessel name, the voyage number, the point of discharge or the terminal. We have NG10 5-star terminal, Tinkan Island 5-star terminal. Then we have the ship outings number. So as we saw previously, the charges applied to this particular BL, this is also the charges here. We have the summation of all the charges here on our screen. So this is the amount due. Then we have a space for the amount paid, the total invoice, total amount on this invoice. Then we have the space for the value added tax using the 7.5% government approved percentage. So with this, payment for this particular amount can be made online using the QR code. So once a QR scanner is used to scan this code, it will automatically generate an online payment link, which can then be used to pay using the various methods such as a MasterCard, a Verve card, or any other online payment method attached to this particular action. So after payment is made online, if if the agent decide not to make use of online payment, if the agent decides not to make use of online payment, there's another platform too that can be used, that is using the account details of the company. So to pay this invoice, please quote the following transaction ID. This is the transaction ID, and the various bank accounts and their source code that the payment can be made through. So we have Zenith Bank, Diamond Bank, Access Bank, and all other associated accounts with the company. So this is how the invoice will look for container. So as we have on the screen, this is a PDF copy of the invoice. This is a PDF copy of the invoice. So the invoice number, the various other details such as the vessel name, the voyage number, and also the bill commencement date, the vessel birth date, the customer name, the address, the notified party, and the customer agent too. So this is how the invoice will look like, and all relevant information added. So after the invoice has been prepared, if there's a need for a discount container invoice also, so this is the interface as we have it on our screen. All we have to do is to select the invoice to discount. So to go ahead with this discount container invoice, let's take a look once again at the invoice that was prepared earlier. So with this, we have this invoice number, then this other number 2 here. So this particular number is what we are going to copy. Take note of this number. It says AL948150. So coming to this discount container invoice, all we have to do is to look for that particular number. So we have it here, AL948150. So click on this. So it will tell you to pick the particular discount you want to apply for this particular bill. Is it the terminal handling charges, or is it the storage rent charges? Which are we applying a discount to? So let's assume we are applying a discount to the THC charges. Then it will ask you the discount type. Is it by percentage, by actual value, or by number of days? So for percentage, you put an actual percentage. If it's by actual value, you put the value there. If it's by number of days, you put the corresponding number of days too. So let's go with by percentage. It will ask you to input the percentage value. Let's assume 10%. Allow the system to recalculate itself by clicking outside. Just click anywhere here. Then it will give you the value, the discount value. So another option here is to view discount summary. This is a pop-up that shows the discount summary. So we have here the invoice number, the new invoice number. Then we have the discounted amount, 11,760, same as this amount here, 11,760. Then it's going to do the whole calculation by itself, a computed calculation by itself, removing the discount amount from the previous grand total and giving us a new grand total, which is 1,526,051 naira 75 kobo. So all you have to do is click OK. Tell you the amounts in words as we have it on the screen. Click OK once again. Then from here it will tell you that do you want to agree with the discounted value as it relates to this particular invoice. So just give your consent, which is yes. Then allow the system to do its loading. Then you can save. Then to tell you discount applied successfully, as we have it here, discount applied successfully. So if there's a need for additional container invoice. So this interface is where we are going to make use of the invoice number excuse me, or the bill of lading number to raise additional container invoice. So you just have to input the value here, then we save, and we'll be allowed to print in PDF format. Thank you for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day.